Okay, everybody. I hope you guys had a great day. Mine was absolutely insane. So I hope that yours wasn't as crazy as mine. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm supporting my new Pampered Chef shirt that has all of that. I don't know if you guys can see it. It has all of the the old school Pampered Chef stuff. Like it has the hen and the deep cover baker and food chopper, mix and chop. It has all the things over the last 40 years on it. It's really cool. So I got my shirt in today and it's actually really soft and comfy. So I was excited about it. So I decided to wear it this evening. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn my screen because Grace is going to be, yes, it's on PC Gear page. That's where I purchased it from. I'm going to share my screen, and Grace is going to be jumping on at 8:30, so I want to be sure to get through this recognition so you guys can start hearing her. Okay. All right. Welcome to the August virtual team meeting. Okay, so last month we had 402,000 in sales and 50 recruits were added to our team. So that is awesome for the month of July. So way to go, everyone that worked hard in the month of July. So these are all recognition pieces from July, just so you all know. Okay, so opportunity events. These are some dates that I want you to go ahead and write down for August and September. So you have the dates in your calendar and you know them coming up, okay? So opportunity events, we will be having once the 16th, which is this upcoming Sunday, the 23rd, and the 30th, so the next 3 Sundays. Now in September, that first weekend is Labor Day weekend. So we're going to skip that Sunday, and then we will do them on the 13th, 20th, and 27th. Okay, so you have those opportunity events. Now, guys, on the opportunity event, since we're on this topic for a second, when I post the reminder on Sunday, a couple things. First, be sure that you're not adding the people that you are wanting to join the business to Team PC Hotshots. Okay, because there has been some confusion. Some people have been adding the people to Team PC Hotshots. That's not where we're wanting to add these possible recruits. Okay, it's the opportunity event link that you need to click on, and when you click inside that link, it's going to take you to that group, and that's where you want to add your people. Now, if they attend the opportunity event, you need to be sure to follow up with them. Okay, so we're not just adding them because the people that are helping run that opportunity event, they're not doing the follow-up with your people, okay? So if you have people that are on there, be sure you're reaching out to them, checking in with them, and talking, to them about the business still. What questions do they have? What do they need to know more of? All that kind of stuff, okay? That's your job to follow up with the people if they have been in the opportunity event. Booking Blitz. So the Booking Blitz for this month is going to be August 27th through the 30th. As always, we'll do prizes and giveaways for all those bookings that come in. And then go ahead and write on your calendar for next month. It will be the 23rd through, I guess actually it's the 24th through the 27th. So that Thursday through the following Sunday. And then Get the More event will be this month on August 27th. And next month on the 24th. So if you are wanting more out of your business, you're wanting to have more income, you're wanting to learn how to have more recruits, how to earn the trips, all those kind of things we talk about on the Get the More event, and then we start having different trainings the next month in September, about in August, and every single month following these events. Okay, so fall launch. Guys, there was a lot that was launched at on conference, okay? So I want to go through a few of these things. There are some of the trainings that you can still go back and watch, okay? So let's talk through some of these. So new in the fall season. Okay, first thing, stoneware has been changed. If you notice right now, a lot of our stoneware pieces, are on back order or they're on stop sale. Okay, there's not going to be any more of some of these pieces. That is because they're coming out with a whole new stoneware line. It's going to be different. It's going to be dishwasher safe now. There are a lot of different things that about this stoneware that you're going to need to know. Okay, now they did just have a training on the 12th about stoneware, and they will have the recording so you can go back and listen to that if you did not get to hear that. Okay, you can order samples for this stoneware if you go into the samples, and you can order some of these pieces. You can order one of each of the new fall products at 50% off under samples. Taste buds. Okay, so this is going to be the new pantry, which you can register for this webinar on September 9th. Okay, Taste Buds is going to be similar to Enrichables, okay? Something that they can sign up for that can come every month. Basically, it's going to be seasonings and recipes that will come to them every month, different ones, and your customers can sign up and they can be a part of receiving these seasonings and the recipes and all that good stuff. So if you want to write down September 9th, there will be a webinar about that. And then Enrichables, okay, they're going to be changing and they're going to be having pouches. If you look at the one that's standing up there, the pea protein, they're going to be resealable pouches now, okay, instead of the little tiny packets. Okay, so you'll just measure out by scooping rather than pouring the little packets now. So that's all going to be a little bit different. Check out these recipes. If you haven't ordered your Season's Best recipe book yet, you can order one Season's recipe book for free, okay? You can add it to your order and your supply order. So you have to do a supply order for it. And these are some of the recipes. Toasted ravioli, you can see a picture of it there. It looks amazing. Quick cooker dips, white pizza, carrot ginger soup, baked orzo, chicken and kale braid, potato tacos, braised chicken, quick cooker shrimp and grits, chicken saute, baked ziti with sausage, cauliflower potato soup, Kentucky hot browns. I have no idea what that could be. So I don't know if any of you Kentucky people on here would know what hot browns are. I do not. Butterscotch pecan brown.
Hot brown is a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. Okay.
The sandwich, very popular. There's a hotel down in Lexington that the hot brown came
called
from.
The Hot Browns. Brown butter maple cookie pizza. That sounds pretty amazing too. So those are going to be your recipes in the Season's Best. They all sound pretty amazing. All right, so here's a few of the new recipes that are going to be out. Vegetarian lasagna, homemade pizza dough. So those are a couple of recipes for stoneware. Enabled cast iron, which I'm really excited for because that's a piece that I don't necessarily know, a whole lot about. So some of those enameled, some of those recipes there you can do in the enamel cast iron. Then they have for the new skewers that are coming out for the air fryer. There's a recipe there for that. In the new consultant kit, okay, there's going to be a chicken pesto and tomato flatbread that can be made with all of the items in the new consultant kit. For the rock crock, there's a couple new recipes, strata and pizza pasta. I bet those are both amazing. And then the quick cooker, they're going to have quick cooker mashed potatoes. So I'm really interested in that as well. So these are a few recipes that are going to be out and new that you guys can try in these items. Okay, so new booking tools with the host rewards. Okay, so they have booking training in Dash on July 31st. They had one. Okay, so you can look for that. Register for the Teach Me webinar on August 19th. Now, guys, this is a big deal. Okay, host rewards and the plan of the host rewards is changing a lot. Okay, and so I'm highly going to recommend, so August 19th is next Wednesday. Okay, they're going to have a Teach Me webinar on the host rewards. If you are able to watch that webinar, do it, because there is a lot of changes that you need to know about the host rewards that are going to affect your parties. Okay, it's really important that you know this information. So after that webinar, we'll probably have some more that we will talk about with it. But I would like for you to try and see if you can attend that webinar. If not, watch the recording of the webinar. Okay. So so check out the replay of the host rewards breakout session from National Conference. So if you didn't get to watch it at conference, they have it on the Dash Resource Library. Okay, so you can check that out too when they announced all the new host rewards at conference. So Feeding America, Hope Lodge fundraisers, start sharing the news about increased fundraiser donations with your host and potential host starting today. Okay, so look of the kit has changed. Okay, so you can see there's the new apron, there's a new bag, they're adding the teal instead of the pink. Okay, and the items in the kit have some of them have changed as well. Okay, especially in the big kit there, you see the air fryer. Okay, do you see that air fryer in that kit? Yeah. So I was actually on the committee that helped with that process because I think the air fryer, people will enjoy that over the quick cooker. So we're giving that a go, seeing how that goes in that kit. Kit prices have changed as well. So be sure that you're not quoting old kit prices too. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of changes, guys, that we'll have to pay attention to as we do posts in our parties and talk about, you know, things with the host rewards and the kits and all the things. All right, here's another change. This is a big change as well. This is Direct Ship Now. Now, I've been on this program for about 5 years. I have a hard time remembering what you guys do exactly because I've been on this program for so long. It's hard for me to switch back and forth and think about what you guys have to do. So Direct Ship Now, all orders are shipped directly to guests, so hosts won't have to sort, bag, and deliver orders. Okay, they all go straight to the guests. Guest orders are processed right away. We don't need to wait for orders or for the host to choose the rewards. Okay, you want to know what this will help with? You know that ending of the month where you're trying to get the sales in and you just can't get a hold of the host and the host won't put their order in and you're trying to close a party? Guess what? No more. Won't be an issue because all of the other orders can be closed and submitted. And if that host needs to take a couple days to pick out the host rewards, they can take a couple days to pick out the host rewards. Okay, so you guys are going to love this, okay? But there is another Teach Me webinar. This is another big training opportunity that you guys are going to want to see. What is this about? Because there's going to be ways, you know, to freeze their orders so you can add stuff to them, so they can add stuff to them. So you want to be sure to watch this Teach Me webinar. But guys, look, this is starting October 1st, not September 1st, October 1st. Okay, something else I need you guys to think about that is really important, and I need you guys to write this down. If you are a director, this is big, okay? They will do basically where they are going to be shutting down where you cannot carry a party over from September to October. So if you try to go into a party that was started in September, it's going to be a hot mess, okay? So here's what I'm recommending, okay? This is why I want to tell you guys this now, okay? Because they've only had a couple system updates where the whole entire system is changed, okay? As far as ordering, you know, how we're going to be doing our ordering process, because it's switching, the whole system is switching to Direct Now, okay? Direct Ship Now. So what I'm recommending is that you start your first parties, because you can carry from August to September. You can do a start date of September 1st and still start your party at the end of August. They can still see your new products, okay? They will just not be able to place the order. Well, I mean, they can go ahead and place it, but you won't be able to submit it, you know, until you're into September, okay? So they can place the order, see the new stuff, and then you're gonna close the party in September. So you could start, let's say you start your parties on Saturday. You can start one on the 29th and finish it on September 4th. That could be your week number 1 of parties. And then week of the 7th, 14th, 21st. Okay, what I wouldn't do is start a party on the weekend of the 26th and try to finish it on October 2nd. Okay, that's where it's going to be wonky. Okay, because we're literally stopping the system and redoing it. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, I want to give you guys a heads up of that now as you are planning your September parties. If you are a leader, this is going to be really important information. Okay, so because
I have a clarification question, Melody.
yes,
For that last week of September that you're talking about,
yes,
will it mess up the system if you call it an October party? Like if it starts on September 28th and ends on October 2nd, but I put it in the system as the party starting October 1st?
from what I understand, and I'm hoping that they will give the executives a little more clarification on this, because I was talking with several executives about this the other day, and this is, you know, what we were talking about. But from what I understand, like if you have some people that have already ordered on that last week of September, let's say they order on the 20th and 29th. Okay, so they got their party, or, you know, you start parties that weekend, you know, what's going to happen is it won't let you carry those orders onto that party for the host. You know what I mean? Like it basically will stop that party will stop.
I got you.
Okay?
So look on the positive side and say, we don't know what the last week of September is going to look like. Maybe we might get more clarification, but take this as a perfect opportunity to front load your September.
Yes,
and just don't book any parties right now for that last.
for the last week. Yeah, until we have some more clarification. But from everything that I'm hearing with that direct ship now, they've only done this a couple times, you know, in the 40 years with Pampered Chef, where a system update, you know, basically kind of changes everything. And when we switched over to the new program on the website, we went through something similar. So I would just say for now, you know, stay clear of that last week, but you still have 4 weeks in the month of September you can focus on. Okay, so that's where just kind of think about the 26th, you know, being 26, 27, 28 being the end of the month versus, you know, the 30th. And then I'm just going to plan on starting my new set of parties on October 3rd. Okay, so you can still have four full weeks. Just look at them the end of August to September, and then the next 3 weeks after that. Okay, and as I get some more information, I'll be sharing it with you. But that's what I know for now. So I just want to give you a heads up before you guys get a bunch of parties, you know, that you have to move around. Okay, so just be thinking about that for now. Okay, so there is the beautiful new catalog. Look at that braid and the pizza and the chicken. So I'm excited to try some of these new recipes. They look awesome. So if you have not ordered your fall winter mini catalog, you guys can go on and place a supply order as well. Now there's the new party planner. So if you're on the new consultant training that I do on Monday nights, you hear me talk a lot about the party planners. Okay, so they do have a new look that's going to have the new host rewards on them. Okay, but also you can, until you're able to get these new ones, you can print them off. If you go to Dash, type in the search bar on party planner, they will pull up there, and you can actually print them off too if you would like to see what they look like. Okay, so here's a little bit more. So what will my August and September hosts and guests see? So August 1st, customers connected to a September party will see new, okay, this is what I was just talking about. We'll see new fall, winter products and prices. They'll not be able to add spring, summer products that are being discontinued. Okay, so if you put in that September start date, it's going to look at it as a September party, okay? And some of those discontinued August items that are no longer in our catalog, they will not be able to get, okay? So August 1st through 31st, customers connected to an August party will see spring, summer products and prices. So if it's a start date of August, they will see the spring, summer products and prices, okay? September 1st, everyone visiting paperchef.com or personal websites will see the new fall, winter products and prices, okay? September 1st to the 15th, customers connected to an August party will see the products that were available for purchase to their party date, spring, summer. They won't see any products in the what's new category. If they go to the website, instead of using a direct party link, they will be able to see new products until they connect to the August party. Okay, so some changes, little bit, a little bit confusing, but there will be more information. There is going to be plenty of training on this. Okay, just trying to give you guys a little bit of a heads up now before we get there. Okay, back to school. Summer goes quickly. We have school looks very different this year for a lot of people. Okay, so we got a lot of just back to school stress. People are going to be looking for easy, quick meals as they're going through this different time. Okay, so I put out a message last night just about how hard our Solution Center and home office is working right now. Okay, so they have a lot of information in STIR. I'm not going to read over all this right now. You guys can check out all this information, the expectations, the changes, what the Solution Center is doing. Okay, you can check out all of that in the STIR. Okay, so they'll cover why we're having delays, back order stop sells, how to contact Solution Center, track everything, all that's in there. Okay, if you don't know, which you all should, Electrics is the host special, needing to have your party at 650 in sales for the air fryer still. There's your gift with purchase, the Twix-It clips or the metal straws. Okay, we talk every month about every 4 add 1 more. You know how even in the new consultant training, we talk about 4 parties a week and 1 recruit will really honestly help you get everything that it is that you're wanting in this business. Okay, so there's that cute little lunch box. So when you submit 1,000 in sales, that is the little lunch tote that you can get. So I hope everyone is working on their August and getting that lunch tote, little cute cooler, because I love my bag that we got last month. Okay, so as the new kits, we are going to be starting those in September 1st. But guys, even with this month, be sure that you are talking in every party with your host, okay, before you close the party, okay, because we don't want anyone ever to come to the opportunity event with a party that's closed where we talk about a kit credit option and they're like, well, I already closed my party. I wish I would have known about this before. Okay, so be sure you're talking about that kit credit, the $25 or the $50 with your host, because that is an option that a lot of people would like, like the opportunity to have, and they may not know about it unless you're sharing it. Okay, so be sure to talk to your host about that. Okay, so that's one of the posts in our outline currently, and it is getting a lot of interaction in my parties. So I'm definitely following up with anyone that is answering any of these questions in the party, because this is a great way to start the recruiting conversation with them. So this is an example, and this is talking about, which I don't really think any of us are doing this, posting our commission checks, and just kind of giving false hope of what you can actually have in this business, okay? So just be sure you're doing posts more about this, like what kind of perks would you enjoy, rather than, hey, did you know that you can make this, money and showing your guys' checks. All right, Excellence Awards, 500 Pampered Chef dollars. And you can, 500 Pampered Chef dollars, and you can get a Visa Rewards gift card to buy and spend on whatever it is you would like. Okay, if you don't know where your trip points are at, be sure to go to Explore and Trip Incentives and check out the trips, how to earn them, and where your points are at. Because everyone can earn one of these amazing trips. You really can. Okay, so here are our top 10, or top 20, I mean, from last month. So shout out to number 1. Give some shout outs to Tony Patterson for 11,510. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Way to go, Tony. Then we have Nicole Salazar. Check that out. She's coming in the 11,000 as well. Great job, Nicole. Debbie Graves, 10,811. Deanna, 10,038. Michelle Richmond, 9,464. Whitney, 9,000. Haley, 8,702. Melissa Myers, 8,022. Julie Kelly, 8,012. Angela Campbell, 6,354. Tyra Watts, 5,724. Melanie Koch, 5,698. It's almost 5,678. Mariana Pipin, 5,583. Joanna, 5,433. Alyssa, 5,322. Thea Tresler, 4,626. Mindy Phillips, 4,595. April McGuire, 4,577. And Pamba, 4,493. So I hope we gave some shout outs in the chat. Way to go, everyone. Those were our top 20 in sales from July. Great job. Okay, we had a couple promotions last month. Carrie Mullins became a fast track director. Kim Powers, Carrie is under me directly. And then we have Kim Powers. Kim Powers promoted, and she's under Dorothy Parker, which that made Dorothy Parker an advanced director because Kim promoted, and Tyra Watts is under Melissa Myers. So welcome our new leaders to our leadership team. We are super excited to have all of you ladies. And look at all of these, our top 50 parties, top $50,000 or above parties. Look at all of these, and I know some of them you see multiple names, and you wonder, how did these people have, 11,000 in sales, but then you see their name multiple times on these $1,000 parties. Okay, that's how they're getting that many high sales. So congratulations if your name is on here and you had over $1,000 party. Way to go. Okay, so after we get off this call this evening, and I know with Miss Grace, there is going to be a lot to think about. Okay, I really want you to take notes with her. I really want you to think about personally where you want to finish up your August and where you want to start your September. Okay, so really be thinking about all of that as after she speaks and you get off of this call. Keep in mind, National Conference 2021, be sure to have July 21st to the 24th on your calendar. 21st is going to be pre-conference, and 22nd through the 24th is National Conference. Okay, so write it down on your calendar and make a plan to go because we want to see you there. Okay. Let me see, is my friend Grace on here?
I am.
There she is, beautiful.
Hey! I feel like I just saw you.
You did just see me. You did. Well, Grace, we are so excited to have you on the call. I know a lot of people are super excited to hear from you this evening. A lot of people have already seen you just from different coffee talks and different trainings you have done. I post things that you talk about.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh dear. It's still on.
So we are really excited that you are here this evening. Grace just recently promoted to executive director. So congratulations, Grace, on your promotion. So she is a rock star, and because we are a little over on your time, I want to go ahead and let you get started. So if you want to tell us, because Grace is a super, super fun individual, very fun. So Grace, before you get started, I want you to tell us just a fun fact about yourself.
Ooh, a fun fact. Ooh, there are so many weird things. Well, I worked on my brother-in-law's dairy farm for a couple of years in like end of high school, first year like college, right? And I have helped deliver a calf in heels. Did not get a pay raise. Just saying. Just totally overdressed for the job, and then could not go out with my girlfriends after because I smelled like barn. So there's that. Oh, and I just got extensions yesterday. Like
Did get extensions.
2 days ago, my hair was this short. Like, here's my natural hair right here.
Yeah.
And now I'm like a mermaid. Oh. Sheena is like, I can't do this. This girl is weird. I have to tell you, I had a host, my first year of business. I will tell you, girls, if I can be here 17 years later, all of you can, because God blessed me my first year of business with all horror shows. Like, I could tell you stories that you'd be like, oh my God, I'm never going to be a cooking show consultant. And I had a host, and her name was Sheena, and I never knew another Sheena was out there. So I'm so excited you have Sheena on your team. And
Me. Sorry.
like, oh no,
I'm a teacher, so I'm a little stressed.
And Sheena, God bless her heart, had told me that her people lived in 2 different directions. So we were going to have one party at her house and then one party at her mom's house. And both parties were a 4-hour round trip. And me being new and dumb, I'm like, sure, I'll come in. And the first party, I got there, and let's just say the crowd was a little rough. This lady showed up with this brand new baby that was not strapped into the car seat, but she informed me that if you are only driving less than a mile, you don't have to strap them in. Who would have thought? Who would have thought less than a mile? You don't got to strap that newborn baby in. She stole the host season's best cookbook. I saw her drop it in the diaper bag. I was like, oh. And they had a cake to celebrate that this other girl's boyfriend had just gotten out of jail that day, and we all sang, happy get out of jail to you. I was like, oh, this is great that we're singing to the convicts. Okay. And then I went to the mom's house, and let's just say the house was so scary, I broiled the brownies to get them done quicker and told them they were ooey gooey brownies. And I did this the whole night praying nobody died because they were so underbaked. And as I was leaving, you ready? And then I'll give you the real training here. As I was leaving, 2 ladies were throwing, you know those hair pieces you can get that looks like real hair in your ponytail, but it's not? Well, they were throwing that around the room. Another lady was slurping down the brownies, and some others were whatever. As I'm leaving, this mountainous woman came with like summer teeth, you know, some are here and some aren't. She's like, and she had the bangs, the 80s bangs that we all had. Well, not some of you, because you were like not even born yet, but I did. And she had a Tweety Bird sweatshirt, and she had the 80s jeans with the crisscross down the leg with the black lace underneath. She goes, hey, pampered chef lady, you missing something? I'm like, I don't know. Am I? She goes, I think you is. I'm like, okay, what? She does this. Wait, I got to back up so you can see. She does this. And pulled out one of my scrapers. I was like, drop it. She drops it in my bag. Because now I'm like standing in the door. I've set my bag. And she goes, wait. Pulls out a bamboo spoon. Drop it. Whisk. Had about 10, 12 of my tools stuck in places that I didn't even know existed.
Thank God it's all dishwasher safe.
Amen. I got out. I told my husband drive. He was like, oh dear Lord, I can't believe this. and we closed Sheena at 150 in sales because back then you could close a show at 150. And she said, I hit my goal. I'm like, oh my word. I drove 8 hours round trip for both of these parties. I sang happy birthday to a convict, and your girlfriend put my tools in every orifice of her body. God bless your heart. So, Sheena, you just brought back amazing memories to me.
Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheena. And I hope someday
You're
to meet you
welcome.
at
You're
a
welcome.
conference. And I just ask if you could pull it, maybe like a spoon or something out of like your brassiere or something, because I will probably pee myself.
I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that.
We'll work on it, Sheena. We'll work on it.
It might require some talent. I'm pretty sure that lady had some practice with hiding things. Just saying.
I would,
I'll work on it.
I
I'll work on it.
on,
That can be our dance at the conference.
Oh my gosh, seriously. It will wear depends. It will wear depends. Oh my word. So ladies, let's talk about bookings on that note. See? And I'm here 17 years later after that nonsense. So bookings, oh my word. Is there anybody here that is still looking to add some shows this month? Anyone? I'm just curious. Oh, I love that you all are so honest. I did this training for somebody else and one person raised their hand and I'm like, you all are liars. So it was the last day of the month, but whatever. So yes, and we still have plenty of time, my friends. So with bookings, I'm going to be very real with you tonight and just tell you what I do and how I see success. But I do want to take you back so that you kind of know that what I'm saying to you works. Back in March, remember how March 13th, like it was like Friday the 13th, like the world shut down. It was like the poo hit the fan. Everything was shutting down. Rona had come to town. And this girl who is a 100% cooking show consultant did an ugly cry in bed that night to her husband because I was scared out of my mind. Because I don't do virtual parties. I don't. I always claim that. Like, stop telling me to do those stupid virtual parties. I'm a cooking show consultant. I'm amazing at cooking shows. Leave me alone. And in the course of a few hours, I was out of business. So I did the ugly cry, and my husband listened to me and basically told me, you can do whatever you put your mind to. I believe in you. And he is my rock, and he's the cutie hubby. If you're friends with me on Facebook, that's how, he just did a fist bump. He is so, you will understand why I don't leave my house now. He's like hot. You guys are lucky I'm on right now. Anyway, so, but he's like, I totally believe in you, babe. If you put your mind to this, you will make this happen. So I was like, okay. So I got up the next morning, I put my steel ovaries in, and I said, let's do this. And I was like, Lord, if this is meant to be, I will do the best of the brain that you gave me and the skills, but I need guidance. So what I did is I took a page out of my Happy Planner. Oh, Happy Planner, if you don't have one, you need to get one. And I wrote down, Tira, is that how you say your name? Tira?
Like Banks. Yeah.
Oh, like Banks. I love that. Tyra like Banks. Okay. So yeah, look at Tyra. She's amazing. I ripped out a page because I keep the notebook paper is in there. And I drafted a list of like 40 people. Okay. And I was like, okay, I need to just start messaging people. So what I did is I was like, what is something that would appeal to me if I received a message? Because guys, how many of you have ever received the canned message? I'm getting like the ones from Norwex right now. I just discovered something called Norwex. It's all blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you didn't just discover it. You've been in the other 8,000 parties that I've been in. You did just discover it, you liar. And it's like 15 paragraphs long and it's boring, right? Okay. Do you respond to those when you get them from consultants asking you to book a party? Anybody? Maybe Christine Martinez, because she seems really nice from her. Look, she's smiling so nice. She probably does because she's a nice person and I'm not. I just ignore them. I'm like, if you can't be more creative, you don't get my business. So we always want to think, if I sent this, or if I received the message that I'm thinking of sending, would I respond? Okay, write that down. Okay. If I receive this message, would I personally respond? You always gauge it that way. So what I was thinking is, you know what, let's think about what's happening right now. Everything's being locked down. So what's going to happen in about 48 hours when people realize, oh snap, I'm going to be locked in my house with my Rugrats, maybe a mother-in-law that lives with us, I don't know, you know, the dogs, the everything for a month. They're going to panic and they're going to have cabin fever, right? They need something fun to do. So I thought, okay, let's give them something. Oh, Tyra, that was sexy. You all missed that yumminess. Oh, Angela saw it. This is being recorded. I love it so much. Anyway, so what I did is I drafted a quick little message that was basically like, hey, Sheena, I hope you're doing well amongst all this craziness. I wanted to reach out because I know that very soon you're going to be going stir crazy and we're all going to have cabin fever. So I am putting together these super fun cabin fever parties. There's going to be lots of games and videos and giveaways, all kinds of shenanigans. You can't miss out on this, and neither can your friends. Do you want in? I have a couple of dates left. Oh, I resonated. People were like, oh, you're right. Now, did everybody say yes? No. Some people were really scared out of their minds, and they said, I'm out of work, and right now, and I just can't focus. And you know what I said? Totally fine. I can respect that. So let me ask you this, just to be respectful. If you are scared out of your mind, would you like something to take your mind off of all the scary for a week? I don't care if there's any sales. I'm here to shed some light into you and your friends' worlds. Can I do that for you? And it was interesting because a lot of people are like, you know what? Sure, I can't guarantee any sales, but I need something to take my mind off of this. And my friends, even now today, when I get the pushback of, oh, so many parties have happened or some of my friends are still out of work, I'm like, listen, I don't give two hoots if there aren't any sales because I know my house coaching is going to get the sales, so there's that. Anyway, I don't care. Let's give your friends something fun to focus on instead of all the crap in the news. Can you help me do that? Can you help me be a ray of light? Because that's kind of my goal. And when you put it in those terms, when you get that objection, it's very interesting. The response is, you know what? Okay, why not? And I say, thank you. You're helping me hit my goal of touching more lives. I appreciate you. We're going to have so much fun with this. So I started off with that cabin fever message by looking at the world and seeing what's happening. What's happening and how can I relate with people to get the bookings, okay? So I started off with that. Well, then I got thinking, you know what? As then people were, oh, I've been to a lot of parties, right? So I'm not sure if my friends would buy, because now we're kind of hearing that, right? And we're not quite into our new catalog. So I got thinking, hey, I think I'm going to have Angela's husband dance for them. No, I'm kidding. Poor Angela. She's not going to live that one down. Anyway, I got thinking, you know what? What if I did a raffle to really make it like a total, like, it doesn't matter if anything happens with your party because you're going to go in on some kind of raffle. And I don't know about you guys, but I love a raffle. Anybody here love to be in on a raffle?
Yep.
Right? It's like that thrill, like, oh, my name be picked. Like, do you remember like at conference when they were like putting up the people's names, right? And you're like, oh, like you were totally talking with like your friends during all the training, but the second they announced the giveaways, well, is my name there? Right? So I thought, I'm going to offer a raffle. And guys, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. Okay? Now, here, like Tyra, because she just promoted, she's going to be like swimming in products because she's a new director. So directors, that's a perk. We get bonus products. So you can do bigger raffles. But maybe you're there like, I'm brand new. I don't have big things. Well, you want to know what? Figure out a budget. Think of something that's like $25. Brownie pan or something that you don't have to tell them what the item is, guys, but you can sure as shoot and put on your wall, I am doing, or who would love to be in on a raffle for a product worth $25? Post a gift below. Now, if you're willing to take it a little higher, probably get a few more responses, right? Post a gift below of what kind of cook you are if you want to get in on a $50 raffle item. Wouldn't that get your attention? Seriously, if the Usborne lady posted on her wall, I'm doing a $100 raffle. If you want to be in on it, post a gift below. How many of us would put a gift? I would. And then we turn around and we message them and it says something like this. Hey, Lisa, to get in on my raffle? All you do is agree to do a quick, fun virtual party. It's so painless. And it's a hoot. So post okay below to nab one of my last spots and get in on this month's raffle. And I always end it with post okay below because they see the okay and it's a positive word. This is all into psychology here. It ups your chances of them saying yes because I'm making it easy. And you feel like $1,000,000 when you get that message back that says, okay. And I'm not giving away a prize to every single host, which could honestly put a little damper in your monthly budget, right? It's one winner. Out of all the hosts, I do it at the end of the month because they've had to hold their party to actually get in on the raffle. Okay? Because it's not logistically sound that every single person that says okay is actually going to end up holding the party. It's just not. Okay? You're going to have somebody, oh man, this just came up, you know, and I can't or whatever, can I push it off to next month? That's fine. And I have had people that are like, oh, can I push it off? I'm like, that is totally fine. But just remember, if you push it off into next month, you do not get in on this month's raffle. I don't mention that I will be doing another one the following month. They usually come back by popular demand. Like what? Oh, I have to be careful. My eyelashes, my falsies are really tacky today. Oh, she's stuck in a slow blink. That would be so funny. So Melly's like, I'm never inviting her back. So here's the thing, guys. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm thinking, okay, what are the trends happening? So initially I said, oh my word, the world is shutting down. What's that? What does that mean? What is the forecast? People are going to be like jonesing for fun to do. Cabin fever messages. Okay. Oh, I'm now seeing a trend where people have been to a lot of parties. So I need to up my game a little bit and show them that it's okay to get a party booked and almost in a sense, let the chips fall where they are. I know I'm going to host coach them well, so we're going to have a good party, but make them feel confident saying yes to me, even though they've been to a lot. So I'm going to offer the raffle. So they're like, well, if nothing else, at least I'm in Grace's raffle. Okay. And if you want to book parties quickly, okay, like that you could start this next Monday, you can even put that you're cleaning out. This is one that I just did recently. I'm like, mom's moving in, because she literally just moved in, okay? Mom's moving in, and I've got to clear some Pampered Chef. So who wants in on all my giveaways? I didn't state how many. I didn't say what they are, okay? Post a gift below if you want it. And I would post a gift of what you're drinking tonight below. I always switch it up, so there's different fun gifts, and I just love gifts. They make me laugh. And guys, be smart with when you're posting this, because you know, for a while I was the dummy who was posting these things at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, forgetting, oh wait, things open back up, people are back at work. Why am I getting the same 5 people that respond? I could have quoted you the people that were going to respond with the gifts, and I was going a little insane, like, oh my word, am I not going to get like bookings from this anymore? And then it clicked, wait a minute. I now have to, again, adjust my thinking with things opening back up. What was the trend with when people were the most active when things were normal and people were having to go to work and yada, yada? People were more active in the evening, right? So now I will post this anywhere from is the earliest I'll do it is 7:30, but I know I can take it all the way up to 11 o'clock at night and still get several responses. And it's always, what I'm finding when I'm doing it at night, it's different people. Like, it's crazy. I just booked a party. I looked, the last time we had messaged with each other was 2012. She was like, I'm so excited for the birth of your child. That was when his lordship was born. I'm like, he's going to be 8 this year. Oh my word, you know. But I still sent her the message and we booked a party, and there you go, guys. So again, you have to look, if you're not getting the responses that you want, stop and take a breath and say, okay, but what's happening in the world right now? Am I putting these things up on my wall to get engagement? Am I putting them up at a good time to where, you know, a lot of people are going to see them? And what I'm sending to people, is it something that I would want to respond with a yes, or that I would even want to read? And is it only as much as like in one screen? Does that make sense? Because you have to remember, every time they have to scroll, swipe, 2 swipes, do you know what that spells? N-O. Because it's too much. It's too much. Short and sweet. We don't want to waste. We just want to get a yes, and then we can have this amazing party with them. Okay, does that make sense? So now my next one, actually I did one last week and I got a good response, but I'll do it again, is who wants a chance at one of the hot new products that isn't even out yet? Post a gift below. Oh, well, that blew up, right? And you know the message they got. Oh my word, to get in, for this drawing for one of the hot new products, simply agree to do a quick virtual party and just post okay below to let me know you want to nab one of my last spots. Quick and simple, my friends. Now, what I'll be posting next week is who totally needs one of the new sneak peek catalogs that might have a golden ticket in it. Oh, those junkies come out of the woodwork. Not only are they like, what? A sneak peek catalog? And look at that baby, Sheena. I can't even train anymore. Oh my gosh. She pulled out the baby, guys. I'm done. Look at him. How old is he? Hi. Come off of mute. Why are you not talking? Why can't I hear him? I don't care. We're recording. Oh my gosh. Hi. How old is he? Hi.
He'll be 3 next week.
Oh my gosh. My little guy's going to be 2 in like 2 weeks. It's so quick, right? What's his name?
Lucas.
Go. That's his name, Sheena. He just corrected you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just had to have a baby moment there because I shut the baby factory down, so I get my fill off of other people's children now. Anyway, so when you post that about the sneak peek catalog, do you like how I can just keep rolling with that because I've done this so much? So what'll happen is anybody who posts for that, then I will send them a message and say, hey, I'm going to have your sneak peek catalog out ASAP. So keep your fingers crossed that you get a golden ticket. I will tell you what the golden ticket is, don't worry. Keep your fingers crossed that you get a golden ticket. But several people have agreed to do a quick virtual party. Since I'm already sending you a catalog, it kind of makes sense because you're going to want everything in it. So why don't we get it for you for free? Post okay for a quick virtual party. And girlfriends, if you're thinking, wait a minute, but that would be for September. So next week I will be booking September, okay? So what your wording would be is, since I'm gonna be sending this to you, okay, why don't we just go ahead and get a quick catalog, a quick virtual party set up? I'm just gonna award you what's on the golden ticket no matter what. And then when one of your friends books a party for September, you're gonna get one of those new products at 50% off. Post okay below to let me know you're in for this. Do you see? Little slight twisting of the wording there, and boom, you've got an August booking. Because they're like, oh wait, so I could get free stuff now, and I can get a 50% off one of those new products. And she's gonna let me have whatever on the golden ticket anyway. And you know what the golden ticket is, guys? The golden ticket, and you can be fancy and actually print it off on yellow paper. I do if I have it on hand from Sam's Club. If I don't, it's on white paper, and I have not had color ink in my printer for like 10 years, so it's black and white. Whatever. Okay. The golden ticket, it's literally, it just says golden ticket, and it's $5 off an order, and it doesn't apply for the shipping, handling, or tax. So $5 off of any product or products for an order. Must be redeemed through Grace, or book a party and get, I think right now I have like a $20 credit with your party. But you can change that, guys, if that doesn't fit your budget, because when I started this business, I had $5 in my checking account, so I could not have put $20 on there. I could have maybe put 10, and then I would have owed somebody $5 because I only had $5. But anyway, you can do your budget. You can take it up to $10 or $15, okay? I'm really sure my last one from last season says 20. So it's kind of like, I could place an order with the chick and she's going to give me $5 off. Or if I do a virtual party, she's saying I could have a $20 credit with my host order. And when does that get redeemed? When we submit the party. So obviously the party has to have happened and qualified, right, for them to get it. So I don't need to put on there with a qualifying party, blah, blah, blah. It's so wordy, and then people will get cross-eyed. I keep it very clean. $20 with your host order on your party, okay? But what I find is that if I am still looking to book and the new season hasn't started and I'm doing the whole sneak peek catalog with the golden ticket, when I message them and I say, hey, I'll just give you what's on the golden ticket if you nab one of my last couple of dates, oh my word, they're like, really? oh my word, okay. I'm like, great. Boom. Easy peasy. But if you are in the situation, say after really hitting it hard, maybe like for the next couple of days this week, where you finish booking off your August, well, then you could make that a really fun goal that next week, your reward is now you can start filling your September, and you can totally use the sneak peek catalog as you're going to get this, you're going to see all those new products, you're going to want them. Let's get a party set up. Okay? Because like, guys, I'm just curious, like how many parties are you guys like shooting for each week? Anybody like just willing to like shout it in? Like I see Tira's looking for 4 and Mariana, yeah, Mariana, 4. Sheena, what was that? Raise your hand. 3. She was kind of doing a weird thing there. I think she meant 4. She meant 4. Put up the 4. Joanna, I did not know you have 6 fingers on one hand. No, I'm kidding. She won 6 parties. There you go. Wait, I want to see some more. Lynn, I'm seeing 4. Chris, oh, Michelle, look at that 5. She had to one-up Lynn. Oh, and then Christine Martina, she seems so sweet. Now she's one-upping Michelle with 6. I love it. Lisa Baker, how many do you want? What are you doing with your thumb there? No, put the thumb up. You want 5. Okay, good. How about you, Holly? Holly, my parents almost named me Holly. How many do you want? 4? Laura keeps swiping in front. I don't know. She can't decide. Now she's adjusting. Oh, there we go. Melody, are you writing all this down? I told you I would get you all these numbers. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, that I was getting all these for you. So guys, here's the thing. If you do, you still have time tonight. I'm an hour like ahead of you guys. It's 10 o'clock here. I would do a post tonight. Why not? If you do a post, you know, who wants to get in on this raffle that I'm doing, post a gift below. You could have parties tonight. You could get your 4 parties for next week. Okay? Run it again tomorrow. You can get your 4 parties for the following week. Okay, so now you've got parties for the week of the 17th. You've got parties for the week of the 24th. Okay, and then we know that the week of the 31st is a Monday. So now you're into September. So boom, in 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have a gentleman? If we don't, I'm covering all the bases. You can have your parties booked by Saturday. Okay. So that coming into next week, you are ready to book your September. And if you keep being smart like this, get your September booked within the next couple of weeks. And then you're on to October. Does that make sense? And there you go. And that's what I have for you. I hope that wasn't too crazy or what. Sorry, Melody. That's how I roll. Melody did such a great training for my team last night. She was like on point, and she had PowerPoint, and then she got me.
Love you.
I love you too. And I did not have a PowerPoint.
And I got Kira's husband.
I knew she would be good. I knew she would entertain you as well. So, Grace, do you think that you could send me a few of the wording things? Because I know that they're going to want to see some of the wording and follow up. So some of the posts that you mentioned, if you wouldn't mind to shoot those to me. I want to give everyone a minute. Now, I saw a couple of hands raised. So, Lynn, did you have a question for her?
Where did Lynn go? She was there. There's Lynn. Oh, she's shaking her head. She's like,
No, you're good? Okay.
No way.
I have a question. You know me. I'm not scared.
Look at you. Your hair's so long.
Thanks, Grace.
I know. You're a mermaid too.
You're a mermaid.
Wait for you to do a little shavy shave.
I'll shimmy for you.
Oh, a shave, not a shimmy. You can shimmy though.
I mean, I'll do whatever you want, Grace. My question's actually slightly unrelated, but I know a lot of people in this organization have asked tips on this, and you talk a lot about kind of time management and things that your sweet hubby assistant helps with. If there's just any quick tips that you could give. I know a lot of us right now are, we've changed our schedules and now we're trying to fit in homeschooling. So any tips that you can give as far as, things you can give to an assistant, now that we have kids working from home, or anything you can just share, I'd love to hear.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, here's the thing. Virtual assistants are super cheap, for one. But you can probably find a girlfriend or a guy friend who is at home with their kids that would be like totally a great assistant that could do things virtually for you, or could even come and pick up catalogs that they could like label for you if you're doing all that, right? So the first thing you're going to ask yourself is, what does not need my personality? Okay, so like for example, host coaching needs me. Okay, that's me. Even if I am kind of copying and pasting some of the wording, like I can't have the cutie hubby do all that, because when they respond, he's not going to respond like I would. Okay, but what can he do? He can set up all my parties on the website. Guys, an 8-year-old can set up the parties on Consultants Corner. Okay. And I'm going to step up on my soapbox. You want to see me get hot is when people are like, my children don't like to help with my business. And I'm like, so does your business like pay for food or clothes or toys for them or anything? Because unless you keep 100% of your money from your business only for you and just you, and it doesn't do anything for your family, those Rugrats are for sure tootin' going to help with your business. Because I said to his lordship last year, I was like, baby, you're going to help mama do these like catalogs up? And he goes, mama, I don't want to. And I said, oh, you thought that was a request? You're so funny. So you can either do it with a good attitude and make some money, or you can do it with a bad attitude and you won't make any money. And don't forget, if you don't do it correctly, you will owe me money. Because that's how it works in the real world, babe. Or you can go work in the coal mines. Choose wisely. Boom. That's how I talk to my child, because I'm an old mother. So anyway, get the family involved. Seriously, putting shows online. You lining up your Visly or your Post My Party or your SendShare posts, that doesn't need you. Anybody can do that. A virtual assistant can totally do that. Okay. Oh gosh, anything mailing, guys. Okay. Team recognition. I'm speaking to leaders now. Like the Cutie Hubby has access to all my reports. Okay. He can do my top 10 and blast that right up onto my team page. Okay. I know who my top people are because I go live and I recognize. So I know them and I pick out the happy mail that I send. I heard Melody never sends happy mail, so I'm sorry that I just threw her under the bus. No, I'm kidding. So I like to pick that. That's personal. But what I do is I put a Post-it note with the person's name. He packages it up and he mails it. Okay, so that's what you want to stop and think is, what does not require my personality? Do you know he even goes through my email? Because do I need to see the Rite Aid emails? No. Do I need to see every little, back ordered items have shipped? I don't need to see all of that. Okay, because I can go and check on things that really do require my attention. Some of you just had heart palpitations over that, right? But think about like, what can I bless and release? It's not going to happen overnight, guys. There's like some training involved. So pick one thing to start with, because there's going to be a little training involved, and then pick a second thing. And then for those of you that are adjusting schedules now, right, because you are homeschooling and things like that, you need to make a list of every single thing. Like, so if you find yourself doing a task, write it down. If you find yourself doing something else, write it down. What you want to do then is at the end of your week, you want to assess, okay, what is completely necessary in this list for my business to grow? What is on this list that is just nice, but not necessary? And what is on this list that honestly I'm just doing it either out of habit or because I'm trying to procrastinate on not doing something I should be doing? Okay? Because guys, here's the thing. Pampered Chef, we're amazing because we share so many great ideas and we hear about this hot new thing. Oh, I'm going to do this and I want to do this. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing for your business. Okay? You constantly have to be assessing that. So just because, I go in the exec group and there's all these great ideas, it doesn't mean that I'm going to implement, right, Melody? And we're going to implement all of those because they might not all be the best for my goals. Okay? It's a real eye-opener when you really keep track of everything you're doing. Like seriously, I had a girl on my team and she's like, I handwrite thank you notes to everybody who orders on my parties. And I'm like, that is so sweet. You are so nice. How much income has that generated and how many new bookings has that brought in? Well, what do you mean? I said, how many people of those people have reached back out to you with new orders, new business, new bookings, new recruits? Well, 2 people said thank you. I said, is that worth your time? Because she at that time was doing 2 parties a week. She is now doing 6 parties a week. So, and at that time I said, when you build up to, because she wants to get to 8 parties a week, I said, when you get to 8, how are you going to physically write enough thank yous? Will that be a good use of your time? You always want to think, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing today, can I do it when I'm doing X amount of parties, when I have X amount of team members? Okay? And if it is something that worthy, but you're like, but how am I going to fit that in my time? Then that's when you start thinking, okay, so then what can I give off to an office assistant? Because you will, if you like, seriously, right, Melody, like you hit the executive levels and all, there is some stuff that you do need to either bless and release or hand to somebody else. Does that all make sense, guys? But do know if you choose to hire an assistant, there's a learning curve and you need to have grace with them. But the beautiful thing is an assistant will open your eyes to things that you may not need to be doing, because Ryan has shown that some things to me. They will also get really creative, because if you hand them a job that's really tedious and they don't really want to do it, they're going to get very creative on how to do it either better or a different way. That's how the Cutie Hubby devised that whole, some of you may have seen the video he did on sending reminders. Some of you might have saw it, like I said, I need you to do all the reminders for my hosts and all my parties. And one host had invited 900 people. And he's like, babe, like, there's got to be an easier way. I'm like, well, then figure it out. Figure it out, hot cheeks. And he did. He found out there's this program that you can run in the background. So he goes out, mows the lawn, the program sends all the reminders, done. That's what an office assistant can do for you as well. They can figure out and be solution oriented, because you're so immersed in your business and you're so used to doing things a certain way. They have a totally fresh set of eyes. Does that help you at all, Kayla?
Love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I could talk all day about that, but I won't. Because this is bookings.
Any other questions, guys? Here's your chance. Oh, I know. Let me see. Angelina wanted to know what your average party was, or your average sale. Like, what is your average party, Grace?
Okay, was that Angela raising her hand, or is this a different Angelina?
Angelina.
Look at her with her cute little hair and the little pigtails. Anyway, so at the height of Rona, when the sales were amazeballs, my show average like hit like 1,300. And now I just actually looked a couple days ago, and I was at like 589. But we are in midsummer, so again, kind of watching trends. Okay. I will be honest, I do miss my cooking show average. Not gonna lie.
Can you say again what you say to the messages that you send to everyone?
I'm actually gonna send that to Melody, and that way you can just copy and paste. Is that okay, Michelle?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you.
Because if I say it again, I talk too fast because I'm on like my 8th cup of coffee, and your hand will like blow up trying to write it. No, I'll send it to her. Don't you worry, my dears. I'm going to send her the most current one I'm doing, because basically that one is I just do some minor little switches to whatever I'm promoting, and you'll see that. So like, okay, well, let me just tell you one. So I want to make sure it makes sense. Okay, so okay. So it said, so this is one I sent a couple weeks ago, and I booked the girl. We're wrapping her up now. Hopefully she's going to sign. Woo! Because she's cute and young, and I want millennials. Anyway, I said, so to get in on all the amazing giveaways, just agree to do a quick summer shenanigans virtual party on Facebook. They are so simple, and folks are loving an escape from all the craziness going on in the world, ... And you will get in on all the fun I'm offering. Post okay below to let me know you are in. And she's like, I'm in. It was so cute. She didn't say okay. So maybe I don't want her. She's not smart enough to say okay. But like that message there, that I had adapted just a little bit from like one I'd sent a few weeks back where I wasn't really offering any giveaways. So that's the beautiful thing with it, my friends, is you can adapt with just a few little tweaks of words, but still have the fun factor or the giveaway or whatever it is. You know, if you are crazy excited about theme shows. Theme shows just never do it for me, but I've got some people on my team that love theme shows, like they live for them, or they love workshops or whatever. So they will adapt it for those. And they get the results because they're very excited and passionate about it. So that's why I'm telling you, like, you have to always think, like, whatever I'm offering, am I like super excited? Because please don't think bad of me. And this is being recorded and I'm probably going to be like the black sheep of Pampered Chef. But you know, when they're like, do fundraisers for Hope Lodge, right? It's such a great thing. And even one of my girls stayed at Hope Lodge. I am not noble enough to do a fundraiser. When I do a party, I want all the goodies. I'm just saying. I tried marketing fundraisers and it fell completely flat because I'm not passionate about them. But you know what? When Sharon Zellen like promotes like the Help with Cancer, she goes gangbusters. She gets like 800 million shows booked from them because she's so passionate about it. And that's what you have to stop and think. So like Mariana, she might be doing like pampered crochet parties. I don't even know if she knows how to crochet because she's passionate about that and she will book them out. And Melody's gonna be like, I don't even know how she's pulling crocheting into cooking and Pampered Chef, but she's booking these. But it's like that passion comes through. I just love giving stuff away because I remember what it was like to be so poor I couldn't afford anything. And I was always jumping at the bit to like, oh, can I get in on something to maybe get something for free, you know? So I just get so excited about that. So that's my passion. You have to stop and think, well, what would get me excited to respond if I saw this posted online? And I will tell you guys, look at your friend count. If you have like less than 500 friends, you need to do all you can to up that friend count. Okay. You need to go through all your parties and start friending people. I send people like texts, hey, I'm checking in on your products. I just sent you a Facebook friend request because you don't want to be missing out when I do giveaways because I never put them in my VIP page. The only way you'll see them is on my wall. So FYI, it's there. Okay. I'll boost my friend count that way. If you need that, look, if your friend pool is more like a puddle, you need to look and see when Facebook says, here's people you may know, because you know you have enough mutual friends, send them a friend request. Why the heck not? Write down their names so you know who you sent it to, because Facebook does not shine highly on you if you have a lot of outstanding friend requests. So then a week later, go back through and see, did this person friend me if they didn't pull back the request? But what's interesting is I have several girls on my team. They started the business and they had less than 200 friends, and they were able to rapidly build up their friend count doing this. And guess what? They book parties with these people that have told they're not in their circles at all. I take no credit for this idea. It was from another leader. And I was like, this is brilliant. Because if you ever feel like I'm just feeling stale and I need to get in front of new eyes, well, why not try it? What's the worst that's going to happen? They're just not going to accept your friend request. But I know when I get a friend request from somebody and I see that we have enough mutual friends, I'll friend them. Because I'm like, oh, maybe I do kind of know them. You know?
Do you have a separate personal Facebook page? Like I have my business page and then I have my personal page.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a separate page from those that you friend all these people in? Or just on your regular personal page?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know not everybody's comfortable with that. They're like, what if somebody comes and steals your children? And I'm like, oh my word, with how His Excellency has been acting, they are more than welcome to. They will bring him back. Just saying. No, I am a little nervous somebody might come and try to steal the cutie hubby. So I do have him tethered to like the couch. So I move to the bedroom at night.
Okay, but you do use it.
Mm-hmm. So
add all these people just to your regular page.
I took a training years ago from another, like not in Pampered Chef, but a chick that trains direct sellers. And she made a really good point. She said that when she was with a company, she noticed that people would comment more on her personal wall than on like a business page. And then she noticed herself, like she would be more apt to go to a consultant's wall because she wanted to get to know the real them. Right. And then she had an experience where a consultant wouldn't friend her. And she said, well, I'd like to get to know you, and the consultant wouldn't. And so she chose not to do business with her because she was worried that there was shady or just stuff that the consultant was withholding because she kind of put that wall there. And again, This is everyone's comfort level, guys. We're all different birds. But it clicked for me. And I'm like, you know what? This is such a relationship business. I want them to see me. you know, and what's so cool now is like my hosts coming up for this next week, like almost all of them have been like, oh my word, is your mom moved in? When is she going to start doing videos with you again? We can't wait. And oh my word, we heard about His Excellency tearing his diaper off and blah, blah, blah. You know, like this is me. This is my life.
Right.
And now I'm not the pampered chef lady. I'm their friend. I'm another chick that they can relate to. You know, when I see them going through struggles, you know, I just reached out to this chick. Now she's in Jersey, so she's like kind of far from me. Is that my weave coming out? I don't know. Anyway, but she's moving. And I was like, oh my word, Danielle, we just moved my mom. And that's such a beast. Do you need me to like order pizza to have it delivered to the new place next week? She's like, oh my word, you would do that? I'm like, what? It's going to be like $20 out of my pocket. And if it makes your life a little easier, why wouldn't I do that for you? She just had a freaking $2,700 show. I think I could spend $20 to have pizza delivered to her apartment. But I wouldn't have known that if we weren't friends, and I'm not seeing her news feed to see what's going on in her world.
Okay.
You know, or that one of my hosts, her husband just died. She never mentioned it to me, but I saw it in my news feed and I said, Lori, you little stinker. What is this? Do you need anything? Talk to me. How are you? Like, do we need to postpone the party? She goes, no, I need something fun. And we knew this was coming and all is well. She goes, but that's really sweet. She said, because you're one of a handful of people that has actually messaged me directly to check in.
Oh.
Kind of sad, guys. But you only will learn these things about your people. And again, Facebook doesn't put everything in your wall, right? In your news feed, I mean.
Right.
You're more likely to learn things about the people you're doing business with. And I've only unfriended 2 people. I'll like unfollow people if they're like nasty and like curse words everywhere and everything. And I don't, you know, if they're just, or very negative, I'll unfollow, but I don't unfriend because I want to be an easy access. And I want them to see me because I don't know when I could make a positive impact on them. Right? So, and I will say, guys, if you do start friending a lot of your customers and hosts, you do want to make sure that anything that goes on your wall is going to be uplifting. It's going to be encouraging. It's going to make their day a little brighter because they saw it from you. So beware if you like to voice a lot of political. If you have a sailor's mouth, I'm just being real, you know, you'll turn people off. So if you're like, nope, that's how I am, and they're just going to have to take me as I am, then I would say then they should only be added to like a business page. Okay.
Okay.
Just saying, you know.
Thank you.
Good question. Anything else? Please tell me I'm not the only one drinking coffee tonight.
I have Dr. Pepper.
Gee,
I love it.
okay.
It's a late night. I'm at my prime right now. Oh my gosh. I'll be up to like 1 or 2. I love the night. Where's my night owls? Can I just see where my night owls are? Can I just see my people? Oh, right there. Where's the people that are right now like dying and wishing you were in bed?
Yes, that would be me.
Well, Tyra, we know you are because we saw that honey come through the room with his robe on. Mm-hmm. Best
to be up
ever. Just
at
saying.
5.
What? Did somebody say they get up at
I have
5?
to be up at 5 in the morning.
Laura, what
Yes,
are you doing
me.
at 5? What are you doing at 5?
Well, at 6 o'clock, I have to go out and pick Purple Hull peas. So I have to have my coffee and my Spark before I go out to pick the peas.
Laura, you come up here to Pennsylvania. We don't pick peas up here. Well, maybe some people do. You come up here. I will let you sleep in until 7 and we'll have coffee on my porch. Oh my gosh. Any other questions, my loves?
How long do you run your parties for, your Facebook parties?
Oh, I just switched. So for those who don't know, I don't work Friday through Sunday. And when Rona hit, I kind of caved a little on that because I had to totally reinvent myself because I was a cooking show consultant. And so a few weeks ago, I was like, okay, so I've gotten my handle back on this whole virtual thing. So I want to re-embrace complete Friday through Sunday off for my business. And so now what I do is the parties get set up on Monday. So that's my pre-party day. And, excuse me, they start Tuesday and they run through the following Monday. And I just make the guests aware in my posts that on Thursday or Friday morning, it just says, hey, by the way, I've got all fun posts that are going to be popping up, but I am not in. And that is really cool. I use a posting service. So don't freak out if I don't respond. I'll get back to you on Monday. And I tell my hosts the same thing. So Thursday night, my hosts all get a message, hey, just to remind you, I'm never in the office Friday through Sunday. If there's any questions your people have them send them to me privately so I can address them Monday when I get back in. And I will have wrap-up tips once I get back in on Monday. So, and I just say, this is a perk of the biz. I get to make my own schedule. So that's how I choose. But what I have found, Tammy, and I don't know, Melody, if you would agree, but it's interesting to me how there really doesn't seem to be a right or wrong with the days. It just seems as long as you can kind of throw a weekend in there so you're getting payday in there. I've heard of people that start on Wednesday, start on Thursday, start on Sunday, start on Friday. And I think that's really cool with virtual. Like that I have not seen where it's been like, oh no, if you started on a certain day, it's going to flop. Have you noticed that, Melody? Am I correct in this and what I'm observing?
Yeah, I've noticed that too. And that's why, I mean, I just say whatever works good with your schedule. Like you said, like you like the weekends with your family or whatever. There's other people whose spouses are off on a Tuesday or Wednesday instead of the Saturday, Sunday. You literally can pick the time that you want to do it. But yours is still, it seems like about the same amount of time and posts. It's just
exactly
to run them and when.
Right.
I feel like I'm losing people about day 3.
There's going to be the lull. There, it's like, and Melody, right? Like we see the burst at the beginning because the excitement, then they go dead. And then there's the burst at the end because it's like, oh my word, all the procrastinators waited and now she's going to be doing a drawing and we all have to be active. It's totally normal. And so Tammy, like you can even, if you're feeling like, oh, I want to try to perk, you can do another welcome post to try to tag people or do a random quick drawing. But from what I've seen, that just seems normal. And I know I was talking with Marna Ross, and she said it's normal, and all of hers and some others I've talked to, that you see that lull in the middle.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a break in between, in the middle.
And that's usually when I will have my hosts actually post, some products that they love or some a post of some sort, because I'll tell them today is usually it's my Wednesdays. Today is kind of a slower day, and so can you take this and post this for, to get some interaction
That's so smart.
going in your party. So I have started kind of doing that, and that's kind of just my lull day usually, because it's just halfway kind of in the middle. And then usually with 2 days left, it kind of picks back up again. So
I'm writing that down. I think that is smart. I have them usually do a little bit more in the beginning to get it started off quick, but that's really smart. I love that. Tell us more, Melody. Now could you train me? Somebody ask Melody a question so I can learn more.
You got me last night.
I did. I'm such a sucker for more training. Anything else, my dears?
Well, I'm going to say one thing on the friend requesting that everybody was asking about.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I do in my parties is whenever anyone comments, I will send them a friend request, and then I will send them a private message, and I will comment below saying, hey girl, sent you a friend request, sent you a private message to welcome you to the party. And, most of them will go ahead and friend me, and I don't have any issues with that. And then that kind of gives me another way to communicate with them, because then they can get those private messages without me having to actually do it through my business page.
Love it.
Facebook.
I love that, Joanna. Fitzgerald. Is that really your last name? Fitzgerald.
Yes, that's really my last name.
Fitzgerald. I've seen Fitzgerald. I've never seen Fitzgerald's.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you see them, they're related.
Get out. Maybe I'll change my last name. Grace Fitzgerald.
It rolls off the tongue.
It does. I'm really glad you were on tonight so I can see that.
Yeah, I'm glad you were on too.
Oh,
Joanna,
Angelina, did you have your hand up? I felt like I saw Angelina's hand up.
Okay, if no one else has any questions, we're going to wrap up here. Thanks so much, Grace. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
Angela has a
I
question.
think Angela does have a question, but she's on
She
mute.
does have a question.
I was just waiting to be addressed. I'm muted because my dogs are going crazy in the background. So I'm going to apologize if you hear them growling and barking. This is why you don't have 3 dogs. But I did have a question going back to the slides that Mel had presented earlier, and going forward when we do go to direct ship starting in October. So we had mentioned that, so the direct ship, those sales are there. Now the guests don't have to wait for the parties to close, et cetera, et cetera. So how does that affect us for our sales? Are we then getting credit in real time for our sales too as they go through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
So
with
it could
the
be
end of the month.
possible.
Yeah, like with the end of the month stuff.
Okay, so it could be possible that you could have like $1,000 in sales and then another 1,500 on like your net, or 500 on your next pay period, because that 1,000 went through and then
Absolutely. So I've had
Okay, cool.
parties where they're not quite done yet, and people are ordering at the beginning, and that the end is on this month, this side of the month,
Mhm.
and those sales are going on that side of the month. So that does, that does happen. So for sure.
It's amazing.
So what's going to happen though with direct ship is it's whatever month they're ordering in. So like, let's say it's August, and then those orders, if they order in August, they're getting the August guest special.
Mhm.
And then it switches to September, they're going to get the September special. It's whatever the start date is what the hosts get.
It's such less stress though.
Mhm.
Like, because there's not that mad rush the last day of the month, like, oh my word, I need to get this in, blah, blah. No, because you have sales in. You don't have to rush for like
No,
hosts to get
Decline
in.
credit cards, guys, won't be a thing anymore. Decline credit cards
Right.
because their order will not go through if they don't have the money in their account. So their order will go through,
Amen.
it will be there,
Yep.
and that is another amazing perk.
Oh, Christmas shipping, right, Melody? I only had one host last year out of all of mine that wanted stuff for Christmas, and all the rest were like, we can just wrap up after Christmas. I'm like, I love you so much. Like before direct ship, it was always like, oh my word, I have to wrap up all these shows to get their stuff in time for Christmas. And last, like, I've been on direct ship, oh gosh, like when it started.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
It's the game changer. You guys are going to love it. It is.
It's easier.
I wish there was a way you could like put like butterflies and hearts around my head to show how much I love.
It's true. It will be very nice for you all. But
Mhm.
Grace, I am right. And have you heard anything more about the ending of the September and switching to October and it being like a system switch?
I have not. Like, I was curious because I figured it would have to be that way. Like, because it's going to be such a major. So kind of like, were you around, Melody, when what was the last
That's what
one?
it's like. Yes, I know what you're going to say. But that is what it's like. And I'm in a group with Marna Ross and some of the other people, and they're the ones that were talking about how it's going to be a cutoff kind of thing. So I'm assuming that we're going to get more information about it because
Oh, for
I
sure.
haven't really heard a lot about it. So when we get that, I just wanted to kind of give everyone a little bit of a heads up that it's probably going to be coming that way, just because you guys tonight was about bookings. You're hopefully going to be getting bookings on your calendar. So just as you are looking in August and September, kind of knowing how to have the flow of your calendar set up.
I was kind of thinking they're probably going to have that like in the next meeting planner, don't you think? I would think we'd have to be able to address that. So,
Yep.
It would kind of make sense. Oh, they're going to let us know September 27th. Hope you're quick on your feet, Miss Sheena. Sheena has been beside me like the whole night. I just want to let you know. She's been here. Lisa M is here. Angelina is there. And Fitzgerald's. And for whatever reason, Kayla's like way down there, but she only has her picture up, little stinker. Of course, Melody's there. In case you all were wondering. Now you know what my team Zooms are like. We are very, well, you saw a little bit, Melody.
Can you see me?
I can, Holly. You're like way.
Jeannie, do you have a question? Are you waving?
No, this is Kim.
Or is that like good night? You'd like, Jeannie, I see you waving. Are you trying to get my attention? Or are you trying to say good night?
Just saying good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Jeannie.
I've got V8 juice on the stove and it needs my attention.
Well, thanks for being on.
I'm
here,
canning V8 juice tonight during our meeting. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Aw, thank you.
Bye, Jeannie. That's Jeannie. Her name is Cesar, but it's
Bye.
Okay.
if you were confused.
Jeannie, have fun picking peas. I'll think of you when I wake up.
Yes. Yay.
Okay, Joanna, do you have our drawing?
Yes, ma'am. Ready?
Hey, Grace.
Is it me?
This is something I do Happy Mail for, FYI.
My name's not on there. Read it.
Whoever is TL White on their phone. There she is.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yay!
Here, I think your husband needs to walk back there to congratulate you. Did you see that, Melody?
I missed it, but I will have to go back.
I'm gonna have to watch the replay.
Oh my gosh. Melody, Angelina saw it. She saw it. I did a leader, or not a leader, a team Zoom last year. We had it was like a big one. Of course it was. And some chick did not realize her camera was on. And she decided to get in the shower.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
I'm leading the Zoom, so it's like just me and maybe I can see one other person on my screen, and I'm getting all these frantic texts like, what's going on? Is that woman naked? What kind of show are you running here? I'm like, what are they saying? I did not find out until after we were done. That, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've seen on different ones where someone takes their phone to the bathroom and doesn't realize that they're still on and goes to the bathroom on the Zoom call.
Well, then they're all like, do you have the recording from that training? I missed it. I'm like, I don't know what happened. It didn't record. I would have had to made you pay for that recording.
So that was someone on your team that did it?
So it was my downline. So it was under my down. Do you know Vanessa Boyle?
Uh-huh.
So it was one of her girls. So we told her we were going to name her team because her last name is Boyle. It was going to be Boyle's Boobies and Bushes. And I'm like, well, she's yours. Yeah. Yeah.
That's helpful. I still need a team name, so.
There you go.
Let's see, what can we do off of Watts?
Oh, I thought of something, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Oh, that's been my nickname since high school.
Girls, you're naughty, naughty girl.
I don't think Grace has held anything back tonight.
Poor Angelina, she keeps trying to talk and she's muted and she looks like a bad Japanese show. She's like, she doesn't know we can't hear her. It's so cute.
Do you need me to mute you?
She is a brand new consultant.
Oh, is she? Oh, how fun. She needs to pay for all that dog food for all those dogs she has.
I do. I do.
Oh, Melly, I'm so sorry if she quits after the Zoom and she's like, I don't know what kind of weirdos.
Not happening.
You had this lady with her extensions talking about somebody being naked on the Zoom.
Full disclosure, Joanna's my cousin. My cousin-in-law.
Yeah. And I hope, and is this where you say, but I didn't sign up under her? Oh my word.
Of course I did.
Of course you did.
She's so good that she got a recruit while she was camping and didn't even know she had one.
I didn't. Swear to God.
Who's your
Swear to
recruiter,
God.
Dawn? Is it Christine Martinez?
No,
No,
but her name is
Krista Harris. Yep.
Oh, Amy's like greatest Zoom ever. Oh dear. Wait, is Chris? Did you say it's Krista? Is she on here? I'm looking for her.
I don't see.
I don't think she is. I don't see her.
Paige and Sally and Mandy and